90 Day Fiancé. Another one bites the dust. Franchise women who were cruelly dumped. Many women from the 90 Day Fiancé franchise have suffered through cruel breakups. There's an added layer of pressure for couples in the reality series to stay together and portray the perfect relationship. Nonetheless, 90 Day Fiancé has showcased the downfall of Liz Woods, Angela Deem, Nicole Nassiger, and Danielle Gates' relationships over the years. Each woman entered their partnership with the best intentions, believing they'd be with their partner forever. Some franchise cast members have the worst attitudes, and that's the case for each of these women's partners. Liz and Angela have been broken up with numerous times throughout many 90 Day Fiancé seasons. Big Ed Brown was the worst to Liz, repeatedly leading her on, breaking up with her, and getting back together. While these relationships may be toxic, they generate content for the reality franchise. Not all relationships are meant to work out, but it's still heart-wrenching to watch these couples split under negative circumstances. As Queen would say, are you ready? Because another one bites the dust in many 90 Day Fiancé relationships. Liz Woods got dumped over and over again, then she got revenge. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet for Liz as Big Ed repeatedly dumped her. Despite nonstop conflict, they always got back together until 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After, Season 8. Big Ed first appeared on the 90 Day Fiancé spin-off series 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days with his then-girlfriend, Rosemary Vega. That relationship went south quickly, and he joined the first season of 90 Day, The Single Life, and began dating Liz. By the tell-all, it was revealed they had broken up. Their first split was only the beginning of Liz's suffering. In the time between one of their splits, Big Ed returned to The Single Life Season 2 to meet a woman named Carrie. He couldn't respect Liz enough to stay off the reality dating show when they were broken up. They got back together in The Single Life Season 2 tell-all, and Big Ed's co-stars tried to warn Liz not to trust him. From there, they joined Happily Ever After, Season 7, and were engaged again. Big Ed alleged Liz had been in a relationship with one of her friends because he saw them having an emotional fight. He blatantly asked Liz, "Are you a lesbian?" She had done nothing wrong at their engagement party, and Big Ed was looking for a reason to call off the wedding. Liz ran away from the party and producers after the fight. Following their track record, they stayed together and joined 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 1. They attended therapy together and seemed to be doing great as a couple. However, Big Ed and Liz split during Happily Ever After, Season 8, after a fight about taco pasta. He called off their wedding without telling Liz first. After years of mistreatment, she has finally moved on from her relationship with the 90 Day Fiancé star. Liz is doing well since leaving Big Ed and started dating a new boyfriend. Her partner, Jason, is a Navy veteran close to her age. Liz met him roughly 3 months after leaving Big Ed, which proves that staying in the wrong relationship prevented her from meeting a great man. Angela Deem was humiliated by Michael Al-Sami. They've split up. Angela has been humiliated by her husband, Michael Al-Sami, several times. She never trusted him after he cheated on her early in their relationship. They dealt with cultural differences and were never able to work through them. Michael wanted his wife to be submissive, which Angela was unwilling to do. Since they didn't acquire a K-1 visa, they got married in Nigeria and opted for a spousal visa. She caught Michael virtually cheating on her during Happily Ever After, Season 7. His cheating was a slap in the face for Angela after years of forgiveness. Then, they attended therapy together during The Last Resort Season 1 and seemingly made progress as a couple. Michael humiliated Angela on a different level when he moved to the United States and ran away from her when he moved to Georgia in December 2023. Angela announced on social media in February that Michael had disappeared, which was a lie. After news of his disappearance surfaced, Michael reached out to the police and said he left Angela because he was in fear of his life. Michael leaving Angela so publicly was the ultimate betrayal. They waited patiently for years to acquire a visa for Michael to move to the US 2 months after he began living with Angela. He left and didn't give her a heads up. They're undoubtedly one of the most toxic couples from the 90-Day Fiancé universe, and it's time for Angela and Michael to leave the franchise. Nowadays, Angela hums along to the lyrics of Queen's track, Another One Bites the Dust, which goes, "How do you think I'm going to get along without you when you're gone?" Nicole Nassiger believed in a user, as in Tifo wasn't in it for love. Nicole Nassiger was blindsided in her relationship with Azin Tifo. They had a very confusing romance and were caught in several lies during their time on 90-Day Fiancé. Nicole insisted they were in love, but Azin's actions hinted he wasn't in their relationship for the right reasons. She gave him money on numerous occasions, including $6,000 to open a business in his home country of Morocco. When questioned where the money went after no business was opened, Nicole admitted there was no store. They canceled their wedding 3 different times across multiple 90-Day Fiancé seasons. Azin never made it to live in the US and mistreated Nicole many times. He made demeaning comments about her weight and forced her to work out with him. Azin was very serious about leading a healthy lifestyle and wanted Nicole to do the same. However, he took things too far when calling her lazy. Danielle Gates got played. She should have known better. Danielle Gates ignored Johan Geronimo's red flags from the start of their relationship. They got married after dating for roughly 5 months, and he expected her to pay for everything. In 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 5, she moved to the Dominican Republic to live with him. He was admittedly not excited about her move. Danielle found out Johan cheated on her with many people. A woman messaged her and told her that her husband was cheating. Danielle should have known he was bad news when she had to fund their relationship. Nonetheless, Johan should have been a better husband. Danielle followed her heart, which wasn't the wisest decision, but she did what she thought was best. She trusted her husband while he continuously betrayed her. In The Other Way Season 5 Tell All, she told host Sean Robinson she believed Johan had been intimate with probably close to like 50 or 60 women. There were signs their marriage wasn't going to work, but Johan had a duty to be a loyal husband. Liz, Angela, Nicole, and Daniela have endured cruel breakups on 90-Day Fiancé. The franchise is notorious for showcasing hectic couples who typically don't last. None of the women were perfect in their relationships, but that doesn't mean they deserve to be treated wrongfully.